Welcome to Golden Bachelor. If you love celebrity news and real entertainment updates, you're in the right place. The room felt calm, warm, and impossibly quiet as Mel took his seat. His smile carried that familiar charm, soft, steady, and just a little nervous. Across from him, Cindy entered with elegance, confidence, and an undeniable spark in her eyes. It was the first time they had seen each other since their emotional farewell, and even the audience seemed to hold its breath. Cindy greeted him with a smile that hid 1,000 memories, and Mel, ever the gentleman, complimented her shoes, joking that he once tried to borrow a pair just as flashy. The moment was light, sweet, and unexpectedly funny, exactly what everyone needed before the real conversation began. But beneath the humor, something deeper was stirring. Cindy took a breath and began to share what had been sitting heavy on her heart. She spoke about replaying their journey over and over again, convinced at one point that she and Mel were headed towards something lasting, something real. She admitted how disappointed she felt realizing his commitment wasn't aligning with what she hoped for, not just for herself, but for everyone who opened their heart along the way. Mel listened quietly, nodding, absorbing every word, and when he finally responded, his tone softened. He insisted he was ready for something real, but he wasn't the kind of man who rushed into promises before his head and heart aligned. He explained how they missed out on those deeper conversations, those late-night, no cameras, no microphones moments that helped two people truly understand each other. Moments he believed could have changed everything. Cindy countered gently but firmly. To her, those conversations were never guaranteed, and she couldn't walk blindly into something as important as a long-term commitment without clarity. She wanted to feel led, supported, and emotionally safe. She wanted words and actions to match, and she couldn't move forward when she felt that gap growing instead of closing. Mel agreed they saw things differently. He valued slow growth. She wanted emotional certainty. Both were valid, both were sincere, and both ultimately kept them from meeting in the middle. What neither of them did, however, was blame the other. Their voices stayed calm, thoughtful, even tender. There was no bitterness, only two adults acknowledging they simply wanted love to unfold in different ways. Mel explained that affection was never the problem. He cared for her deeply. He enjoyed every moment they spent together. But jumping from new love to lifelong commitment wasn't natural for him. Cindy reminded him that she never asked for a wedding on the spot. She only wanted to know whether they could grow into something real once the cameras stopped rolling. The conversation shifted into something unexpectedly touching. Cindy shared that despite everything, she genuinely wanted him to be happy. She admitted she prayed for his happiness, even after they went their separate ways. Mel's face softened, and he thanked her with unmistakable sincerity. Then came the question that carried the most weight. Was Cindy's heart still open to finding love? She smiled, a real one, full of hope. She said through the entire experience, she learned more about herself than she ever expected. She discovered strength, resilience, and the kind of emotional courage she didn't know she had. Her heart wasn't just open, it was excited for whatever comes next. And in that moment, something beautiful happened. Mel admired her strength, Cindy admired his honesty, and the audience admired the grace they both carried. It wasn't a love story that ended with a ring or a promise, but a love story that taught them both what they truly needed. Their conversation wrapped with warmth, respect, and one last moment of tenderness. Cindy wished Mel happiness. Mel wished her the same. And the audience applauded, not because they reunited as a couple, but because they reunited as two people who valued their journey together. And as Cindy walked off the stage, she did so with her head high and her heart wide open. She knew her person was out there somewhere, and so did everyone watching. The story didn't end the way fairy tales traditionally do,
but the beauty of it was undeniable. Two people shared their truth, honored each other, and left better than they arrived. Sometimes love works that way, and sometimes the most meaningful endings are the ones that quietly open the door for a brand new beginning. As for Cindy, her chapter isn't closing, it's just beginning. Her grace, humor, vulnerability, and strength make her unforgettable. Whoever ends up winning her heart one day will be one incredibly lucky person. If you enjoyed this story and want more moving, emotional journeys just like this one, don't forget to keep following along. There's always another story unfolding, always another heart opening, and always another adventure waiting. Because love, real love, never stops surprising us. Thanks for watching Golden Bachelor. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next big story.